Saving money is supposed to make life feel safer. It's supposed to reduce anxiety. It's supposed to give you control over your future. You grow up hearing the same advice again and again. Spend less than you earn, put money aside, be responsible. So you do exactly that. You save every month, you avoid unnecessary purchases, you delay things you want, you tell yourself it will all be worth it later. And yet, something feels wrong. Despite your discipline, life doesn't feel easier. It feels tighter, more expensive, more fragile. You're not reckless, you're not lazy, you're not careless with money. Still, you feel stuck. Not poor on paper, but poor in everyday life. Groceries don't stretch the way they used to. Rent feels heavier every year. Healthcare, education, transportation, everything costs more, and the future feels like it's moving away faster than you can catch it. This creates a quiet frustration. You did what you were told, so why doesn't it work? The uncomfortable truth is this: saving money by itself is no longer enough, and for many people, relying only on saving is slowly making them poorer. Not suddenly, not dramatically, but quietly, year by year. This isn't because saving is bad. Saving is still important. The problem is that the rules of money have changed, and most people are still playing by the old ones. To understand this, we need to go back. For your parents or grandparents, saving money worked extremely well. When they earned money and set some aside, that money held its value. Prices were relatively stable. Housing was affordable. Wages grew alongside living costs. If they saved consistently for 10 or 20 years, their savings still meant something at the end. It could buy a house. It could support a family. It could create real security. Saving created progress. Money behaved predictably. Back then, patience was rewarded. But today, money behaves very differently. You can save for years and still feel like you're standing still. Sometimes you even feel like you're moving backward. This isn't because you're imagining things, it's because of inflation. Inflation is one of the most misunderstood forces in personal finance. It doesn't feel aggressive, it doesn't show up as a warning, it doesn't send you a bill. Instead, it quietly reduces the value of your money. Your bank balance might stay the same, but what that balance can buy slowly shrinks. The number doesn't change, the reality does. What used to fill a grocery cart now fills half of it. What once covered rent comfortably now barely keeps up. What felt like savings now feels like a thin safety net. Inflation works slowly, which is exactly why it's so dangerous. It's like ice melting in the sun. You don't notice it second by second, but eventually the ice is gone. Most people don't realize this is happening until they feel pressure everywhere. So how do people respond? They save harder. They become more disciplined. They cut back on enjoyment. They postpone vacations. They delay purchases they actually need. They tell themselves comfort can wait. They believe more sacrifice will fix the problem. But here's the painful part. While you're tightening your budget, the world isn't slowing down. Rent continues to rise. Healthcare becomes more expensive. Education costs explode. Transportation costs increase. Utilities climb. All of this happens whether you save more or not. And your savings, they sit still. Banks encourage this behavior. They praise saving. They reward you with interest. 2%, 3% if you're lucky. On the surface, it feels like growth, but inflation is often higher than that. When inflation is 5 or 6% and your savings earn 2%, your money is losing value in real terms. Not dramatically, not visibly, but consistently. Every year, your purchasing power shrinks. This creates a situation many people don't realize they're trapped in: the saver's trap. In this trap, you become afraid to move. You're afraid to spend because you worked so hard to save. You're afraid to invest because you don't want to lose money. You're afraid to make mistakes because mistakes feel dangerous. So you do nothing. and money that does nothing falls behind. Saving protects you from emergencies today. It gives you peace of mind. It gives you stability. But by itself, it doesn't protect your future. This is the part that was never explained. The goal of money was never just to be stored. The goal was to be useful. Think of money like a worker. If you lock a worker in a room and tell them not to move, they won't produce anything. They won't create value. They'll just sit there. Money works the same way. When money is only saved, it's parked. When money is used productively, it moves. And movement is what fights inflation. This is why people with long-term wealth don't rely only on savings accounts. They own assets. Assets are things that grow in value or produce income over time. They don't just sit there losing power. Savings are defensive. Assets are offensive. Savings help you avoid falling. Assets help you climb. Most people were taught to stop at saving because saving feels safe, and safety feels responsible. But safety without growth slowly turns into risk. The real danger isn't losing money overnight. The real danger is slowly losing purchasing power every single year while believing you're doing everything right. This is why so many middle-class households feel squeezed today. They work hard, they save responsibly, they follow the rules. But the rules they're following were written for a different world. A world with lower inflation, a world with cheaper housing, a world where wages kept pace with costs. Today, ownership matters more than storage. Understanding how money grows matters more than simply holding it. This doesn't mean being reckless. It doesn't mean gambling. It doesn't mean chasing trends or taking extreme risks. It means learning. Learning how inflation works, learning how money loses value over time, learning how assets differ from savings, learning how to think long-term instead of just staying comfortable today. Once you understand this, your mindset starts to change. You stop asking, how much can I save, and start asking, how can my money work for me? You stop seeing money as something fragile that must be protected at all costs, and start seeing it as a tool that can be used intentionally. Saving is still important. It always will be. It gives you stability. It gives you flexibility. It gives you options. But saving is only step one. Stopping there is where many people get stuck. They were taught how to save, but never taught what comes next. They were taught discipline, but not strategy. The truth is simple, even if it's uncomfortable. Saving money alone won't make you wealthy, and in a world of rising costs, relying only on saving can quietly make you poorer. Not because you failed, not because you made bad choices, but because you were only playing half the game. Money today requires understanding, not just discipline. Once you understand the full game, something shifts. The fear eases, the confusion fades, the frustration starts to make sense. You realize this was never about working harder or sacrificing more. It was about understanding the system you're living in. And once you see the rules, you can't unsee them. That awareness doesn't instantly make life easy, but it gives you direction. It shows you why saving alone feels exhausting, and why learning how money grows is the real turning point. That's where confidence begins, not from hoarding money, but from understanding how to use it wisely in a changing world. Thanks for watching our video. Press the bell icon to watch our new videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe our channel.